Good evening and welcome to this edition of News Leader on 6. I'm Jim Fuller. In tonight's news, several citizens were acknowledged at the last Talahoma City Board meeting. The big Payback is just around the corner and the farmers market is opening again at South Jackson Civic Center. We'll have these stories and more on tonight's News Leader on 6.
My husband was diagnosed with a spinal infection. He lost his ability to swallow and the movement of his legs.
I couldn't turn over in bed, I couldn't walk, I couldn't eat.
They were just wonderful in the treatment and care they gave my husband.
I regained my mobility where I was able to go home.
It is miraculous.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Talahoma.
What does caring look like? This is what caring looks like.
This is setting an example for others.
This is rising to the challenge.
This is doing what works.
This is doing my part.
This is doing your part.
Each of us individually.
Acting as one.
Keeping your distance, no matter how awkward it may seem.
This is wearing a mask.
Over your nose and mouth.
Like we are. Keeping our distance.
Each wearing masks.
Not under your chin.
Not above your head.
Not in your hand, but over your nose and mouth.
This is listening to the expert. If you'll just
wear one of these.
Caring makes community.
And this is what caring looks like.
Until COVID-19 is no longer a threat.
Until COVID-19 is no longer a threat.
Until COVID-19 is no longer a threat.
Welcome back. At last week's ribbon cutting for the new Talahoma Police Headquarters building, Coffee County Sheriff Chad Parton spoke to the Assembly and presented a gift to the two Talahoma's police chief.
What an honor it is to be here today in front of this beautiful building and this beautiful city. I am honored to be your sheriff here in Coffee County, and what a greater honor to be here for this momentous dedication. As a nearly a 29-year veteran of law enforcement here in Coffee County and being coming in and out of the police department, the old police department, all those years, we're going to have a lot of memories that we can talk about, a lot of war stories that we can talk about, but we're going to have new stories and memories to be made in this new building. And to all the folks involved, from the mayor to Miss Moody, to the Markham family, the board and alderman, all the citizens and elected officials, this is something for all of you to be proud of. This is something for all of you to thank your law enforcement. It's going to give the men and women of the Talahoma Police Department a greater sense of pride when they come to work in a wonderful, spacious building that's going to give them the technology and the space that they need to move forward. Today, I wanted to do something for the police department. Talahoma Police has been a great partner. Chief Williams has come on board with us in our family of law enforcement here in Coffee County, and we've made great strides in the enforcement of crime to make our community and our county safer. And with that, there's a couple of gifts that I want to present to you, Chief Williams, and the city of Talahoma. And Captain Butler of the Sheriff's Department would help. The first, and I'm going to open that up real quick, and Miss Couch, I told her, briefed her before the ceremony that this is going to have sort of a historical issue with her family and a previous dedication. But I think it was 1950 or 51 where President Truman came to Coffee County and Talahoma to have the dedication ceremony to Arnold Air Force Base. Candy's father, Mr. Bob Couch, though all of us as lifelong residents know what a great picture taker and historical photographer he was of our community, captured this photograph just around the corner from where we stand. A great friend of mine and former Assistant District Attorney General, Mr. Kenneth Shelton, had this picture blowed up some years ago and was displayed in his office. After Mr. Shelton's passing, I inherited that picture. And I had briefly spoken to Miss Couch some months, maybe a year ago. Candy, I've got this picture, and I said, it's not going to do any justice for it to be in my living room, I would like for all the citizens to enjoy its beauty and its uniqueness and historical significance that it has. Chief Williams, on behalf of the men and women of the Coffee County Sheriff's Department, myself, and the Shelton family, we want to present this historical picture of Talahoma that was made on Jackson Street, not far from this location, to be displayed at your choice inside our new police department in Talahoma, okay? We have one other thing. We're just bearing gifts today, so we're all about giving, but I would like to present a state seal to represent our great state. This is a plaster parish seal that is done by the state of Tennessee. On behalf of myself, I'm the chairman of the Tennessee Post Commission. On behalf of Senator Boland and State Representative Russ Bricken and myself to represent our state, I want to present this state seal. It's a pretty heavy item, so it'll take a pretty good anchor to hang it up. But Chief Williams, we also on the state level want to present this to the city of Talahoma and its police department, okay? Thank you.
We'll be right back after these messages.
I can think of this wonderful little woman that I had. She said, I can't talk. There's nothing there. And she said, I want my voice back. After the first session, she was loud. I'll never forget this. She said, there's a voice in me still. Whether it's Parkinson's or a stroke or whatever, they are not at the bottom, but they can always get better.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Talahoma.
Hi, I'm Terry Stoops with Stoops Accurate Refrigeration, your #1 hometown HVAC company. We offer dependable and reliable service on all your HVAC equipment. We also offer high-efficiency trained cooling units. Call us for your cooling needs. Your comfort is what we do.
It's summer, call Stoops.
Welcome back. During the last Talahoma Board of Mayor and Alderman meeting, Mayor Ray Noes acknowledged Jack Hogagen for his work as a member of Veterans Caregivers.
This is a recognition of our military and veterans caregivers. They're referred to as our hidden heroes. Whereas the series of wars which our nation has been engaged since World War II has resulted in 5.5 military and veteran caregivers who are parents, spouses, siblings, friends, and caring for those who are wounded, ill, or injured, who have served our nations as documented by the 2014 RAND Study Commission by the Elizabeth Dole Foundation. And whereas the daily tasks of these caregivers and veteran caregivers can include bathing, feeding, dressing, caring for the injuries of the wounded warriors, administering medications, providing emotional support, caring for the family at the home, and working outside the home to earn essential income. And whereas the nation provides multifaceted support to our wounded, ill, and injured veterans and service members through the public and private philanthropic resources, but their caregivers receive little support or acknowledgement. And whereas most military, veteran caregivers consider this challenging work that to do is simply carrying out their civic and patriotic duty without realizing that they are, in fact, caregivers and do not identify themselves as such. And whereas we wish to recognize and support those who are serving in these vital roles throughout the nation and in our own community. So now therefore be it resolved that I, Ray Noes, Mayor of the City of Talahoma, Tennessee, by virtue and the authority vested in me, do hereby proclaim that we support and recognize our military and veteran caregivers and encourage all citizens to support our military families and veteran caregivers in our community. Signed, Ray Noes, Mayor. This time, Mr. Jack Hogagen, if you would come forward, please. Up by the flag, and we'll get a photo op. Jack, I do really appreciate you bringing this attention to it. Very, very noble.
I'd like to thank the mayor and the board and the city on behalf of the Elizabeth Dole Foundation for endorsing this. Like the mayor said, there are 5.5 million veteran caregivers in this country. A lot of them go unnoticed, and I think a lot of people assume when a veteran is wounded in war or through their service, they're going to be taken care of, and a lot of times that isn't true. I think I had the great privilege when I lived in North Carolina of working with Senator Dole, who was our senator in North Carolina. And of course, her husband, Senator Bob Dole, was severely wounded in World War II. And, from that, she took away the fact that a lot of people sitting in Walter Reed trying to recover are really dependent on donations for a lot of their clothing and personal effects. So I really do appreciate you all doing this, and of course we have a long military history here in Talahoma, and I encourage everyone to look out for their veterans, but also those people that are caring for those veterans. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Hoge, and we appreciate you being here this evening.
More news is coming up in a moment.
It's not invoice. It's not MSRP. It's not Christmas Day, although it may feel like it. It's the lowest prices in Middle Tennessee, period. It's a Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac before these prices are gone forever.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Talahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Talahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Talahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
Welcome back. Talahoma High School senior Haley Rick was recognized as the recent Talahoma Board of Mayor and Alderman meeting as this month's honorary alderman.
Ms. Haley Rich is our honorary alderman from the Mayor's Youth Council this evening. I'm going to ask our representative to the City School Board, Ms. Blackwell, to introduce Ms. Rich.
Yes.
Ms. Blackwell?
Yes, so this is Haley Rich. She is a senior this year at THS. She's 8th in her class. She's the captain of the color guard. She's the student council historian, which I reminded her might mean that she has to plan the reunions from now on, which is always one of those things they never tell you till after you get voted into that. And she is looking at going to Leeds University in England for electrical engineering. She is just one of those students who's clearly a competitive student, really engaged in the community and in her schoolwork, and I'm excited to have her here tonight.
And I understand, Haley, that you even like math.
Yes, sir.
Well, we appreciate you being with us tonight. I believe you're on the Mayor's Youth Council also, and we certainly do appreciate you are an alderman on the Mayor's Youth Council. Well, you are an honorary alderman tonight, so we appreciate having you here this evening.
Also at that meeting, Nina Abbott was announced as the Talahoma City Employee of the Month.
Miss Nina Abbott, she works with both our planning and building codes divisions, and she was nominated by a coworker from another department who said, as a permit technician in building codes, Nina is a main point of contact for citizens and developers in our community. and she provides a high level of customer service on a daily basis. Nina takes her job responsibilities personally and makes every effort to find a resolution and be responsive. Nina is an excellent representative of the best qualities of a city employee. During periods of transition, she's been an anchor in the department, and through her dedication to the job, she's made invaluable contributions to the city. And I would certainly echo that. I think that she has one of our most difficult jobs, having observed her on many occasions, taking walk-in customers, answering the phone, responding to emails, handling permits, and then always doing so with just grace and patience. And then also, having worked a lot with developers, I know they value and trust Nina's input and advice and call upon her by name. They want Nina when they call the department. So I very much appreciate her, and also just would add that she has been with the city over 10 years. And so I would echo that she, just as this says, she's the anchor of the department. She's provided that consistency through the years, been a consistent face for the department, and just really look forward to holding on to her for many more years, I hope. And so let me introduce Robert Taylor, Director over the Building Codes Division, and also bring Nina up.
I don't know that I can add any more to what was said, but I echo everything that was said. Nina, I've known you for a long time, we've worked very well. I don't know what else I can say, but what was said.
Oh, good. And then would you like an opportunity?
It was very kind words. It was very unexpected. I mean, I did just celebrate my 12th anniversary with the city and been through a lot of changes, but a lot of very good changes. Our current support staff is very, very supportive of everything that's been going on in our office. And I come to work every day to do a job that you pay me for, so I don't expect to get this kind of acknowledgement, but it is very welcome, and I do appreciate that very much and look forward to many more years.
Yeah, thank you so much.
The big payback is coming up this year from 6 p.m. Wednesday, May the 5th through 6 p.m. Thursday, May the 6th, and many local nonprofits are asking for the community's support. The event, presented by the Community Foundation of Middle Tennessee, encourages community members to come together and shower nonprofits with their generosity. In its 7-year history, the big payback has helped Middle Tennessee nonprofit community raise more than $20 million for more than 1,000 nonprofits, religious institutions, and schools. The spirit of generosity seems to always shine bright during this annual giving event. This year, the foundation is asking that you give to the organization that makes Middle Tennessee a place you're proud to call home, because giving always matters. One of the local nonprofits participating in Coffee County is Coffee County's Children's Advocacy Center. When Executive Director Joyce Prusak was asked about what that organization does, she responded, quote, "When the most vulnerable members of our community are harmed, they find a safe place and a support at the Coffee County Children's Advocacy Center. Join our journey and help us fight child physical and sexual abuse by donating today," end quote. According to Prusak, the organization fights child abuse and believes every child deserves a happy childhood. The group also focuses on abuse prevention and helps ensure abusers receive punishment for their acts of violence. Founded in 2005, the Advocacy Center strives to offer top-level services while maintaining a small operation. Other area organizations participating in the event are South Jackson Civic Center, Coffee County Humane Society, One Day of Hope of Coffee County, Imagination Library of Coffee County, Partners for Healing, Talahoma Daycare Center, Haven of Hope, Talahoma Fine Arts Center, and Millennium Repertory Company. You can start donating up to a week before the event at thebigpayback.org. We'll be right back after these commercial messages.
Here at Manchester Funeral Home, we know the importance of living and working in our local community, because it's those families who we serve during their time of need honorably. We believe in supporting local business and offer only 100% Batesville caskets, the best in the industry and a driver of our local economy. If you want straightforward and fair pricing while working with the people you know, choose Manchester Funeral Home, serving your community since 1932. And pre-planning and pre-funding can be the best gift you ever leave your loved ones. Call us to pre-arrange. Manchester Funeral Home. Our family, caring for your family since 1932.
The individuals with dementia, those with Parkinson's, those that have maybe mobility issues, need caregivers. Well, those caregivers are 24 hours a day at home, and they never get a rest. And if they have to go to work, they're kind of out of luck. So that's why Trinity came into existence 25 years ago, to allow the caregivers to have a safe center where they could put their loved ones, know they would be well cared for, stimulated, fed good nutritious meals, have activities to their level, and then the caregiver can stop by and pick them up and go on home and have some continuity into their life.
Now open in Talahoma, Parkview Senior Living, an affordable, luxurious retirement community that active seniors love to call home. We encourage a healthy, independent lifestyle with few restrictions. Abundant amenities mean you live burden-free in a beautiful, safe home with other like-minded seniors. Still enjoy friends and family, along with your supplemental healthcare needs. See for yourself how wonderful retirement can be. Tour Parkview Senior Living today.
Welcome back. The Farmers Market in Talahoma made its return for the third year earlier this month at South Jackson Civic Center. Talahoma Alderman Robin Dunn, along with TVA and Coca-Cola, held an event to educate about the event and provide rain barrels to Talahoma residents. According to the director of Farmers Market, Talahoma, Lynn Adkalaski, this year's market will have 32 vendors in total, with 11 new vendors and 21 returning vendors. Adkalaski said, quote, "We have really good vendors here. It is becoming more like a family," end quote. Farmers Market Talahoma has a variety of products, including produce, meat, arts and crafts, food, music, leather, bread, treats, mushrooms, and more. Adkalaski said one of the market's loyal customers makes the trip weekly to the market from Lincoln County to pick up some of her favorite products. Farmers Market Talahoma is open on Mondays from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. at South Jackson Civic Center and will run through October 25th. For more information, follow Farmers Market on its Facebook page or call Lynn Adkalaski at 247-5493. Everyone knows Tennessee is a beautiful place to live and also explore. The Tennessee State Parks have prepared this video with some helpful ideas on things you can do at your Tennessee State Parks.
Do you hear that? I'd know it anywhere. That's the sweet sound of summer at Tennessee State Parks.
Warm weather is here, and we're ready to see you out enjoying Tennessee State Parks over the coming months.
We can't wait for you to find fresh air, wide open spaces, and inspiring adventures across the state. We have a few tips to help you enjoy a safe and responsible visit.
It's great seeing so many new faces at our parks. That being said, we need your help keeping our trails safe this year.
So if you love this waterfall,
if you love this view, if you love your Tennessee State Parks, then show it. We found all kind of crazy stuff on the trail last year.
Are you serious? What in the world?
Please carry out what you carry in and only pack in what you plan to carry out.
Please keep your pets on a leash to keep wildlife, visitors, and other pets safe. We don't want them getting lost in the forest.
When visiting the park, please stay on designated paths and trails. Our parks are home to some pretty cool plants and animals. When you find something neat at the park, please leave it be so everybody can enjoy it.
Let's give each other some space. The outdoor experience is much more enjoyable when we all spread out a little.
Some parks and areas are busier than others. If you show up to a parking lot and it is full, consider checking out another park or area. If it doesn't look like a parking space, it's not a parking space.
Be safe when trying new things and avoid unnecessary risks. Your first camping trip probably shouldn't be a backpacking experience.
It's always important to bring a pack of essentials on any hike. Stuff like water, snacks, medicine, first aid kit, flashlight, rope, and matches are some of the things you can use.
Book an overnight stay. Our cabins, campgrounds, and lodges are open and ready for your vacations.
Most states charge fees to interstate parks. That's not the case in Tennessee. If you'd like to help preserve and protect our parks, consider volunteering. We also have nonprofit organizations that you can join that help support our parks.
If you visit a park often, consider donating. Your donations stay in the park. They help build trails, they help us purchase equipment, and they help bobblehead. So please consider donating.
We know how important the outdoors are to physical and mental health.
We can't wait to see you all outside this year.
Stay with us, your weather forecast is coming up next.
Now open in Talahoma, Parkview Senior Living, an affordable, luxurious retirement community that active seniors love to call home. We encourage a healthy, independent lifestyle with few restrictions. Abundant amenities mean you live burden-free in a beautiful, safe home with other like-minded seniors. Still enjoy friends and family, along with your supplemental healthcare needs. See for yourself how wonderful retirement can be. Tour Parkview Senior Living today.
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's gonna be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Talahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martinsenor Paint. You can be the paint doctor too when you treat your home with Martinsenor interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Talahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 1987 at 86 degrees. The record low was in 1993 at 31 degrees. Average high on this day is 72, and the average low is 48. Partly cloudy weather in the forecast for tonight with a low of 38. Cloudy weather in the forecast for Friday with a high of 66 and a low of 49, and some thunderstorms moving in on Saturday with a high of 67 and a low of 47. And that's our news leader report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for News Leader on 6. You have a good evening.